Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Today is very exciting for a big reason. Today, our guest is someone that I have done a healthy amount of touring with. I've shared tips with, microphone tips. We've sweated it out on stage together, and above all, most importantly, he's a real cowboy. Because right now, there's a lot of this, pretend cowboy stuff in pop culture, and so what I brought to you today is honestly probably one of the most interesting guys I've ever met. He's got a very unique walk of life, and we're going to cover it all. And he's very funny. He's also a comic. Ladies and gentlemen, start clapping in your car, in your service truck, wherever you are right now for Tyler Walsh. And we're just going to imagine that they're clapping. Dude, good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, dude. If you've listened to Stretch and Fade, you've seen Tyler briefly because we did an impromptu episode when I was in Kansas City. But yeah, I think, before we get to anything, everyone should know that Tyler's very tall. So tall that his Uber driver had to comment on it. What did your Uber driver say?
Oh, that was a conversation. He looked back and he said, "Oh, you'll have no trouble with the sugar mommies here." And then I asked him, is it safe to walk? Because I don't know. I said, is it safe to walk around here? He goes, "Look at you. You can do whatever you want."
Oh, my God. Hey, man, this is L.A. He wanted you.
He was 5 foot and loved me.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's so funny. Being tall must be... how tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, 6'3". But I forget, your family, they're all very tall, right?
Yeah, they're actually tall.
Yeah.
My dad's 6'8".
Yeah.
My uncle's 7 foot.
Holy shit.
He's not blood.
Yeah.
We pick big people too. So yeah, I'm the little guy.
How did you draft your uncle?
Having a big aunt.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
How big's your aunt? Does it keep going up?
6'1".
Okay, got it. She's
6'1"
7'2".
and my girth.
Yeah, your girth. Although you're slim now.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Compared to when we first hung out. Yeah, I think everyone should know that Tyler and I, we met in Omaha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time because Tyler was opening for me.
I think that was when you were just really starting to tour hard, right?
Yeah. I was just getting back to stand up, and yeah, I think that was one of my early. Yeah, it was one of my first weekends, maybe. Yeah, so I was very green and just very new to it. And Tyler, you were sitting out by the sound booth because you were like, I don't want to take up the space. And it is a shout out to the Omaha Funny Bone. It's changing locations,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Looks June.
It looks like it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, they're gonna have a big green room with a shitter.
Yeah. Unlike the current one, which is literally a broom closet, but it's a lovely broom closet, and we made do. But yeah, Tyler and I met in Omaha, and then the rest is kind of history. I think, when we were hanging out, Tyler had mentioned that he had never seen the ocean, so I took him with me to San Jose of all places, and I'm trying to remember. We took that bike, and then you were hanging on the back on rollerblades.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I rollerbladed all over that. That was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
That was my brink moment, I was making California everything that I pictured it in my head.
Yeah, dude. Are you still rollerblading much?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got dumb. I bought aggressive rollerblades. I'm going to grind this summer. Oh, yeah. You're going to see a heavyweight just come sliding down a stair rail.
Dude, if you get proficient with blades to actually grind and do you think you could 360 right now?
Just jumping in the air?
Yeah. Or maybe a 180.
You mean on blades?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant just, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Every day. Get up and do it right now.
No.
I can jump on them, but I fall back. I've had some bad wheel spills.
Yeah.
I was drunk and cracked my head on a longboard when I first moved to Omaha. I was fresh off the farm. I was like, I got to buy a longboard. That's what city people do.
Yeah.
No, city people don't do that very much.
I'm surprised you lived to tell the tale, dude. Skull on pavement is like a game ender for people.
I worry about some of the head injuries.
Yeah.
There's been a few.
Yeah. Like what else?
I got thrown on my head by a bull.
Yeah.
Last bull of the rodeo. And it ear holed me.
Oh.
Like it threw me in the air, and then I landed ear first on the dirt, and I heard wow.
That is frightening, bro.
I think that's a concussion, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
A doctor in the comments, let us know
Yeah.
if Tyler had a concussion. How many years ago was that?
Oh, 8.
8 years ago. So 8 years later, we'll find out if you need concussion protocol. I do think it's worth mentioning because, you know, I feel like in comedy, you're like this myth. Like people know about you and they hear about you. They hear about your stature and your upbringing. But like, I don't know. When we first met, I genuinely, like, since then, it felt like you have this really unique life experience. And so that's why I've always been keen on people like getting to know you. Because you grew up in a small town.
Yep.
And how many people did you say live there?
We were considered the big town. We had 1,000 people.
That's so wild.
We were the hub.
Yeah.
We had the farm store and the gas station.
So
nobody else really did.
Wow.
And we had a grocery store.
Yeah.
But like I went to my elementary school was in a town of 400 and had gravel roads.
Yeah.
We had to scare cows off the playground. They would get out of it. It was just a farmy town. I still remember my 3rd grade teacher, she was a polio survivor.
Yeah.
And I remember her running across the kickball court to shoo 6 or 7 cows off it.
From polio, that's a that's a far cry, dude.
That's old school.
Yeah. That's so crazy. Polio survivor. Holy. Dude, I can't even in 3rd grade. I'm just thinking grade school generally, but I was like afraid of dogs. I couldn't imagine chasing a cow. Although cows are pretty docile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
How many people were in your class and
in elementary school?
Or in high school?
In high school? Oh, we had a fairly large high school. I think easily over 1,000 students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I graduated with 63. And we were, I could name the name of all 63 if we want.
Do you even keep in touch with those people anymore?
No.
Yeah.
Not a couple randomly.
Yeah.
The weird ones.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, your style.
It's always,
Yeah.
They're the ones who call.
Yeah. Tyler, I need some pig bones. So yeah, you grew up in this small town. The funniest thing I think you said to me about it is you were like, we ate horse. Like you just kind of shrugged that off.
Yeah, that I love that you brought that up. That I didn't get to the horse eating town until I was 20.
Okay.
And then I spent like 8 years there. I'm telling you, there's a whole town in Iowa where 80% of them have horse meat in their freezer.
Yeah, but isn't that like because they do that in Iceland?
No, it's not accepted.
No, it's
not accepted even with the country people. A town over, they're like, they are messed up over there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Because,
it's not a normal, even country people aren't for horse eating.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, I should get all the horse out of my fridge then.
I'm not a horse eater anymore.
Yeah. But at a point.
Yeah, I've had some horse.
That's you say you say it with such guilt. This wasn't supposed to be a gotcha. I didn't bring you here to confess.
No crowd I've ever talked about horse meat with has ever had a good time.
Oh, really?
No,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I've never got a horse meat story to land real well because they don't come off as jokes.
Yeah, right.
And they're not.
Right. That is crazy. I was just talking with someone who went to Iceland and they had a horse and they're telling me like it's super gamey.
Yeah, it's lean.
Yeah.
They don't marble or process any of the fat. It's not. It's one of those things I was like, no, this isn't great.
Yeah. It's so funny hearing you like you're like so empathetic about it. And the person I just spoke with was very just like, yeah, I don't know. It's gamey. Horses are dumb. They're, they had no care. And they're not even like a country person. They're very much a city person. Yeah. So you lived in the horse eating town. Was that smaller than your hometown?
Probably a couple hundred smaller.
Okay.
It was definitely way more hillbilly.
Yeah.
Like it was an area that's just kind of known for being, I don't know.
Yeah.
A little out of the usual.
Yeah. And then
I've always sought those places out.
Yeah. But why? Just because
I just want to see some weird shit.
Yeah, the freak shows.
And I want to do the weird shit for a while.
Yeah. Because I feel like you just pull stories out. And it's the whole thing when we hang. I feel like I've not lived any life when I hear you, because you'll just be like, oh yeah, I did this thing. I'm like, God, dude, I've not done anything with myself. But I think maybe.
But I feel that all the time too with other,
Yeah. But I'm like you, and I think Tom as well. Like, I think we like the weird shit. So I think Tom and I always get really jealous when you have these really like odd stories. We're like, damn it, we want to do that.
And you guys are the first like coastal people that have liked me. Not that. Like
so
most
funny.
are just like, what goes on in this state? They hear that, and then they're just like, hey, good job, but like they don't want to sit and talk to Donkey Boy.
Yeah,
like they don't. And you guys are like, hey, come on, is that real? When you guys asked if that was real, I was like, yeah. Why would I say it if it wasn't?
Yeah. Okay.
I have that weird thing with people where I wish I could lie.
Yeah.
In comedy.
Yeah.
Like I can't. And then when people, I'm like, nah.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Hims. For men, dealing with ED can be uncomfortable, especially if you're packing. Which is why Hims provides access to a comfortable solution with an all-online process and personalized treatment options. Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing you with access to affordable sexual health treatments from the comfort of your couch. Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments like chewable tablets, Viagra and Cialis, and their generics for up to 95% less. The process is 100% online, so there's no need for uncomfortable doctor's visits. Just fill out an intake form on their site, and a medical provider will determine the right treatment option. If prescribed, your medication ships directly to you for free. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. With hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, Hims can help you find the ED option that works for you. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/TMG. That's HIMS.com/TMG for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/TMG. The featured products include compounded products which are not approved nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Are you smoking much anymore, or you're off?
Yeah, I am smoking right now.
Yeah.
I cycle.
Yeah.
I do like 3 on, 3 off.
Yeah.
And that's usually the weight loss and gain.
Yes.
So yeah, I am right now.
The thing that I've always
that's how the city people do like me though.
Yeah,
So
the weed.
A lot of people chill when they find out I smoke.
Yes.
They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I mean, with me and Tom, it was so funny. That's why we were like so hard up on you, because when we looked you up the weekend we worked with you the first time, we just saw you in your cowboy hat, and your Instagram was kind of like sporadic, and we were thinking this is gonna be some hick, like he's probably gonna hate me. And then we talked to you for 10 minutes. Like, this is the sweetest guy on earth.
Yeah. I like all things.
Yeah, dude. I got maybe we'll send you before you get on the plane with a little bit of the happy stuff.
Oh.
Make the plane ride back a little chill.
Can I tell you about a bad recent incident?
Of course.
I have a high tolerance.
Yes, you do.
You know,
That's why I brought it up.
Do you guys have Dollar Generals out here?
We do. Yeah.
Okay. I'm very fond of Dollar Generals.
Uh-huh.
And there's this one, I fish in this scrummy airport lake.
Yeah.
Like it's everything I love.
Yeah.
And I stopped there and I bass fish, and then I was getting these. I was buying the Omaha legal weed. It's THCA edibles. And they had these 2,000 milligram THC edibles.
No, you didn't.
And I was taking these on the reg.
You were doing the Dollar General edibles?
No, it wasn't at, dude. It wasn't at Dollar General.
Okay. You're doing the Dollar General edibles.
No, it's what happened at Dollar General on the edibles.
Got it. Getting K2 at the Dollar General.
yeah. Where's your spice?
Yeah. So anyway.
And I ate this edible. I went bass fishing, and I'm rocked.
Yeah.
I'm like numb from my neck to my,
Yeah.
and I love getting nibs.
Yeah.
And I go to Dollar General. I got 2 bags of nibs and another of pull and peel. So I have a whole sack of licorice, and I was in the self-checkout, and my eyes got fuzzy, and then all of a sudden I just blacked out.
No way.
I just dropped backwards in Dollar General, smacked my head off the floor, and licorice went flying everywhere. And I'm like, ladies come running from everywhere. I come to, and I'm like getting up to my knees, and there's $4 General cashiers around there all freaking out.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm bagging up my licorice, and I'm just like, oh God, now I got to sweet talk myself out of, because they all wanted to call the ambulance, and it was a whole big deal. And I had to talk them into letting me go on my own free will.
Yeah, because you get in trouble in Omaha for weed, yeah?
Yeah, I figured if an ambulance come and they figure out I don't want to tell a cop I'm on fake weed.
Yeah. Any blood?
No blood.
All right.
No, I take a fall good. That's one. Yeah.
Yeah.
My body is kind of always ready to fall.
That must look so crazy to the cashier.
And yeah, I don't know if this is offensive, and I 100% said this to the lady. But I don't. I stole some valor from diabetics.
Oh, okay.
That's what they were trying to call it. And I looked at all the licorice, and I just blacked out. So I told her I had low blood sugar, and that I just needed to get out to my Yaris and get some nibs in me, and I would be good. And she bought it. I felt so. And they said, I hope you feel better, baby, and get some sugar in you.
Dude, you just juked out everyone listening too. They hear your accent and like, I don't know if this is offensive. Now I don't know if this is offensive, but I said it to this lady. What'd you say, Tyler?
Yeah, I forgot what I was setting up there. There are people probably listening like, all right, when's it coming?
Yeah. The racism going to come out. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, dude. That's so good. That's pretty quick thinking for just fucking eating shit.
Yeah, it's a lifelong of sweet talking cops out of weird situations.
Yeah. I don't want to blow up your set. If Tyler Walsh is ever in your city, you got to go see him because he talks about some of the more like nuanced aspects of his life, which are just like so awesome, dude. They could be TV shows. They're just incredible. But we can say this much: you used to be a rodeo clown.
Yeah.
This doesn't spoil anything.
Nope.
Yeah. Used to be a rodeo clown.
And I'm not doing a lot of those bits right now.
Oh, okay.
No.
So
that's my corporate private stuff.
Okay. All right. So we can talk about it a little bit.
Talking about sinning in the city now.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, then fuck it. I mean, we talk about it a little bit. Yeah. What years were you a rodeo clown?
I think I got interested in like 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I probably
I got interested. What piqued your interest when you're
college rodeo?
Okay.
I was in Western Nebraska.
Yeah.
I did a thing called the Wild Horse Race.
Yeah.
For several years before I got into clowning.
And what is the Wild Horse Race? Just so people know.
It's where 3 guys got to catch a horse, saddle it. Like I was the guy that wrestled the horse, put a guy on it.
Do they just
and then they race.
Oh, okay, got it.
You got to go to the other end.
Okay.
And they get bucked off and kicked and
okay.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then you get into rodeo clowning.
Yes.
What was like the biggest bull that ever came at you? I know that's like a stupid question, but
no, there's a lot I can think of. I mean, 1,600, 2,000 pounds, big, tall. The worst injuries have been with the smallest ones, but the big ones, I mean, I've been smashed against a fence and thrown. And I used to just, when I got started in it, I was just an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
So I would just run in, there'd be a bull, a rider, and you got to save them. Most guys are fast, but I would just run in, stop, and just let this thing blow my shit up. And then that was the first way I got attention. People would be like, holy shit, the big guy can get trucked. And I'm like, yeah. And I'd barely be able to walk. I'd be black and blue from here to here. I'm like, yeah, I just fought a bull.
Oh my God.
And I would just get,
Just getting hit by cars on purpose.
Yeah, it used to be I used to love the adrenaline of it, just getting smoked, and people love seeing. I was 50 pounds bigger than this trying to do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And people loved. I had a guy tell me once, the only anybody that told you that you wouldn't that you would do good at this didn't care about you.
Oh my God. My God.
He's like you could have died several times.
Yeah.
Because I would just Oh man, I loved it.
I didn't even realize that. You just take it.
Yeah. Most of the guys would run away and try to get away. I mean, I would if I could.
Yeah.
But lots of times I just ran in, got down like a center and took one.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, there's some.
That is so. I mean, how fast do you think these things are running at you?
Oh, full speed.
Yeah.
You're supposed to try to curve. Make them get around to there's times where I can get around and make one spin with me, like,
of course.
But I can't anymore.
Yeah.
All the videos now are just,
Yeah. Well, we won't speculate on your permanent injuries. That's so nuts. And did you end up finishing college?
I have an associate's degree.
Yeah.
I dropped out of the big college.
The big C.
Yeah.
Got into rodeo clowning. Did they even pay you decent when you did that?
At times.
Yeah.
The worst thing is, like, I would get a few $100s.
Yeah.
I make way more at comedy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
The time I have a butt injury.
Yeah.
The time I got the horn up the ass, after I got Life Flight, he sent me a check for $50. That was what I got. I got a $50 check. I hate that guy, so I'll talk. Yeah.
The full context here is Tyler took a literal bullhorn in his ass and had to get airlifted.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to get airlifted. And you got a $50 check to get a bullhorn in your ass.
Yep. And then me and that guy ended up being done because the next time he called me after the butt healed.
Yeah, of course.
And then he wanted me to do this rodeo. And it was a youth association, so we always used the for the kids thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's for the kids. I was like, yeah, well, a kid's bull gave me a $500,000 fake butt cheek. I don't know what. And I tried to charge him more money, and then we had a blow up on the phone.
Of course.
Yeah, I love being just a fat guy pulled off on a gravel road.
Yeah.
Crying, telling a rodeo contractor, like, no, you gave me $50 to get my butthole ripped.
Yeah, what was the insurance bill on that, dude?
High.
Yeah.
Way high.
But yeah, now you're an Iowa icon. You're posted up in Omaha doing stand up and stuff. It's I'm for your sake, I'm glad you're doing stand up now. Also cuz you can take all this with you. I mean, what's the weirdest shit you got into lately? Cuz I always feel like you're up to it.
Lately I've been kind of probably maybe what you think's weird shit. Probably what I think's just a normal day. You're
Sure.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Lately I've just been fishing.
Yeah, that's not weird.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some weird conversations. But yeah, I've been staying pretty chill lately.
Yeah.
The rodeo guy was starting to get me to come down. I was driving from Omaha this past year, go down, work some bulls and stuff.
No way.
And I saw myself getting sucked back in.
That is so funny.
And I'm like, no, you can't do because I've always wanted to move to a bigger city.
Yeah.
And then I'd go to the farm, I'd be there for a day, and they'd be like telling old stories. I'm like, no, keep on the track. Go make new stories. Don't go back to the
getting hit by bulls is like it's like slot machines for other people, just like maybe, or I'm trying to think of an equivalent like adrenaline hit. I don't know if slot machines is really there.
I think skydiving's probably
that's probably closer.
Adrenaline.
Yeah.
I would say it's similar.
Have you gone skydiving yet?
Yeah, I did once.
Damn.
2 years ago.
Fucking 3 or 4 parachutes for you?
Yeah, they had to make some exceptions.
Yeah, of course.
The weight limit was 250.
Okay.
And I was what I am now, 280 probably.
And they just ran it with you?
And he said they had a guy in town that weekend, this guy that like travels around in a Sprinter van. And apparently he jumped with bigger dudes. And so we went. Yeah. It was a whole deal.
Yeah.
The whole day was because the guy he ended up having a guy in a wheelchair come too.
Oh my God.
So the instructor really has to work.
Yeah.
And that, like, he has to do all the work for that guy.
Yeah.
And then he had to do all the work for me, too.
Oh, wow. 2 opposite ends.
Yes. And he goes, that guy had to go for me. And when we were done, he was wiped.
Of course.
Yeah, he was like 5 foot 180. I was wearing him like a backpack in our harnesses. They clocked us. We did 154 miles an hour.
Oh, my God.
And he said the usual is 120. That's what he told
Holy
everybody
shit.
before. And we did 154.
So did you get a discount? I mean, your experience was way shorter.
I got a little radio promo for doing that.
Okay.
But I paid for the video.
Nice.
Yeah, my experience was way shorter. It was just a missile. And I got sick.
Yeah.
Can I stand up?
Yeah.
That harness was right here.
Uh-huh.
You know, it comes across. They said my femoral artery was in the sky. We were trying to adjust, but as we were coming up, my parents are below me, my family. And then we're probably 200 feet up on the way down, and I'm just dry heaving the whole way down, like just a fat baby hanging off it. And he's like, "Oh, it's all right." And we got down, and I couldn't hardly. It was the whole day. Yeah.
So you really almost died.
I was like sick. I won't go again, probably.
Yeah. It's so, I mean, the guy in the wheelchair, you don't need your legs to jump.
No, he was awesome.
Yeah.
They ratchet strapped his legs
To
back.
Yeah.
Like, so the guy, and that was probably one of the neatest things I've seen.
Yeah.
And that guy had done it a few different times.
That's sick.
Yeah. And then you got me. I'm next.
Wearing the 5'1", 5'1", I guess, big guy specialist. That's so funny, dude. I mean, you're out of your family. You got to be one of the only to skydive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My dad would never be able to.
Nah.
Or no. Yeah.
Yeah, 154 miles an hour on your body. I don't think I've ever done anything 154 miles an hour outside of a car. Like, to feel that kind of, man.
Yeah. I'll show you the video.
Yeah, I would.
It
love
looks
to see
like
that.
my face is going to come off. Lots of loose skin at the time.
Yeah, man, I'm terrified of skydiving. I was gonna go with Alina, like way back in the day, and then they rescheduled 3 times, and we took that as like a weird.
And if one of us looks like they should go skydiving,
It should be me. Yes, definitely. Yeah,
you look like you've got your pins and you've jumped 1,000 times.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I'm jockey sized, so I look right for it. Yeah, no, I'm terrified of it.
Jokic is jockey sized.
Is he?
No, but he doesn't.
No, really?
Yeah, have you seen him on the chariot?
No,
On
Pull
the
that
harness?
up.
Yeah.
Pull that up. What?
I saw of him, he's got the harness horses. So he's in the cart. He's not on it.
Oh, okay, got it.
I said that. I didn't mean to get your hopes up.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought you were about to say that.
I do like looking at 7-foot dudes on horses. But my mom works in a hospital, and she said that like 90% of the time in ERs, if they have any horse accident, it's always the gnarliest ones.
Yeah.
Like some of the most, it's one of those hobbies where, in some things, something could go wrong. Lots of people have a traumatized horse injury person there. Oh, maybe I do.
Yeah. But you
I know several people that, can't walk because of horses.
Yeah. That's so crazy, man. Because it's such a instant change. You know what I mean? It's like seconds before you're having a good time and you're like, I'm having a day out on the field. And then you're just laying there like, my feet don't work.
It's like a four-wheeler that can get pissed off at you.
Yes. Oh, dude, four-wheelers, that's one I stay away from because that's one of those I know I'll love it and I know I'm going to get ejected. Like for sure.
You have been on one, right?
Yes.
Because I would expect you to own a half dozen.
Yeah, no.
Just from go-kart and all that. I figured
dude, I won't allow myself.
Dude, have you rode a three-wheeler before?
Yeah, dude, so sketchy.
If you're sketched by a four-wheeler.
Yeah, three-wheelers are insane. I've only ridden them once. I was younger, so it wasn't that powerful, but it was, how do you describe it? There's like a set of dunes south of here, so it's like in sand, basically. And I was riding this three-wheeler on sand, getting fucking owned. Like just trying to corner, rolling, flipping back.
You were rolling it?
Not like super fast, but yeah, like, cause I was younger and it was a smaller trike.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was getting fucking owned by that thing.
At least it's on sand.
Yeah, dirt.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that bit. Dirt, I would have broke a collarbone that day.
Yeah, well, when you're out jumping a three-wheeler in a field in Iowa,
that's insane.
I mean, if you roll it down a terrace, it's a hard.
You asked me if I rolled it. Yeah, no, not your definition.
I have not rolled. I have not. I've been on a three-wheeler, but where everybody has an old three-wheeler in their barn back where I'm from, but they're all like, no, don't touch the death trap.
Yeah.
You know, most of them banished it in the 80s to the garage.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're just straight death machines. What was even like, it's crazy even that they made so many.
I think it just was before the four-wheeler, right? Was it just before they figured out, hey, we can put on four?
Can we look up the history of the off-road three-wheeler?
You've seen that classic. Have you seen that picture of Andre the Giant on a three-wheeler?
No.
Yeah, he had one.
Let's Google that after. What is this now? Three-wheeled off-road vehicles known as ATVs. Okay. They emerged in the late 60s, and they were popular in the 70s and 80s. So that was a good, 20 years of developing these things.
Dude, you would love... In my 20s in central Iowa, Buddy had a cabin out in the hills. It was a river valley, giant, and they had probably 20 miles of four-wheeler trails and dirt bike trails. And we would have giant parties. And basically it would be me just drinking Busch Light, watching guys run into trees one after another, going down hills on four-wheelers. It was the best time. Everybody just rode all night.
Yeah, just hanging with the boys, getting concussions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I watched a drunk buddy from the top of a hill just smoke a tree.
Yeah.
And then lay for a while till he got
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, man. After the amount of damage you have been exposed to, it's impressive that you're still alive, man. Because I don't think many people can say they just took a bull several times. Maybe someone's wife did them, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably you think like my parents do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of I don't think in my life that I've ever almost died.
Yeah.
But then my parents, when things get weird, sometimes will be like, there are so many times you almost died.
Yeah. You're like a cat, dude. You've cheated death many times, man. Yeah, it's awesome though. But those days are, they're behind you. They can't suck you in anymore.
Yeah, no.
Now you're chilling.
I find ways to be a little hillbilly without getting hurt now, but nothing too crazy.
But you're a kind hillbilly.
Yeah.
I think
so. I'm a progressive one.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Which confuses people.
Dude, what did you say in San Jose?
Oh, that was when
Tourette's girl.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, you want to talk about shutting me down. I still can feel my stomach during that. And we got warned.
Yeah.
We got warned.
You should tell it. This picture is hilarious, by the way. You should tell it from your perspective. But I'll set the context. Me and Tyler were in Salt Lake City, and we're doing Wise Guys. It's a comedy club, and you just tell it from your perspective, because from our perspective, we were howling, dude. Yeah.
Well, one of them came in and said, "Hey, we sat somebody with Tourette's in the front row."
Yeah.
Just so you know. And then I don't know. I knew what Tourette's was, but it just was not. I'd never seen anybody with it.
Yeah.
And so it didn't occur to me what was going to happen. I walked out to that full room, all pumped, and then she barked and whistled in the first. And then I addressed it, and then she yelled, "I have Tourette's." And I just shut down.
yeah, Tyler.
Oh man, I was sweating and greasy. And she just, every joke you could hear her.
Yeah. Her
different phrase lines, whatever, the whole time. I just, when I came back, Tom was like, dude, we told you there was somebody with Tourette's out there. I said, I've never seen someone with Tourette's before. I didn't meet a liberal till I was 22.
Dude, yeah.
I haven't been exposed to a lot of people.
yeah. You came on stage, you're sweating bullets, and we were just crying laughing because, the girl, one of her tics was just shouting like the word bitch. And I think that's what got you. I think she shouted bitch at you, and you kind of started chirping back, and then we were laughing, and we're like, oh, he doesn't realize that that's the girl. Yeah. Yeah, so then Tyler gets off stage, and he's shitting it, and he's like, oh, holy fuck, I didn't realize you're pale white, so tore up. One of the funniest things ever.
That was one of my harder bombs that I forget about.
Yeah. I'm glad we could dig it back up.
I mean, I remember the night, but until now, I just remembered how bad it went afterwards.
Oh my God, it was so funny, man. Yeah, we've
That was also where that same club was where the girl, I sell the koozies.
Yes.
And she didn't want to buy, or she wanted to meet you.
Right.
And she kept saying, let me meet Noel. Let me meet Noel. I said, I'm just the beef stick koozie guy. And she goes, I'll buy 2 if you let me meet Noel. I was like, I can't facilitate that. And then she said, what'd she say? She said something about it wasn't funny or she said, why would I want a beef stick koozie anyways or something?
Oh, yeah, she got sour.
I don't know. I didn't peg you for
She got sour on you, dude. Damn. Well, you're in L. Is this your first time in LA?
Yes.
Crazy. You're leaving so quick, man.
I know. I messed up. I wish I could stay one more night because I want to go to Venice Beach.
Oh.
I know that sounds, but I want to see people. I want to see people do weird shit.
Yeah, you got time. It's honestly, it is. It's not. I don't know if it's that weird compared to anything you've seen already.
Will people be like? Will there be street performers? Somebody juggling
on a day like today? Not that many. Yeah, I think you got to come by closer to the weekend.
The thing in my brain I've always been a weird hobby person.
Yeah.
And to me, California is accepting of all weird hobbies.
That is true.
So where I'm always like, there's a place.
Yes.
Where you can just go do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you'll find communities of people who also want to do whatever they want with you.
That is 1,000% true here.
Yeah, you get into weird shit, you're going to find one weird person in your town, and you're like, I don't want to, we can't have this passion together.
Yeah, because then it's just you and the unicycle guy in Omaha. Yeah, no, there's plenty of weirdness down here. I mean, on Venice Beach, you got classic weird. Have any of you been to Venice Beach lately? Have you seen a drum circle?
Yeah.
They do the big drum circles, But Tyler can do everything. You can blade. You can juggle.
Yes.
You can do simultaneous, right? You can do both.
Blade and juggle?
Yeah.
That's not real sought after at the box office. But.
Yeah, if you're looking for a comedian who can do material and a few little tricks on the side, our boy T. Walsh, he's got you. Yeah, Venice, I don't know. I haven't been in a while, so I don't know what the weirdness is like. I think it kind of got overrun a little bit by like TikTokers doing kind of little pranks and stuff. So it ain't your traditional weird. But I remember 10 years ago, no, longer. Gosh, I'm so old now. Nah, 15, 20 years ago, it was just, classic weird. I think this guy is still out there. It was this bodybuilder guy who would he had a silver ball or a golden ball, and he would pose with it. He was like a little cartoon character. He'd just walk around with this ball and he would pose with it. And I remember one time my buddy was it was his thing. He's like, I gotta get a picture with this guy. So he runs up, he gets a picture, and the guy's like, $5. And then he's like, oh, I ain't got no cash, man. He goes, all right, enjoy that by yourself, Mr. Garrison. And he walks off. South Park teacher is gay. Yeah. And all my buddies are like, damn. You got you pretty good right there. You're gonna remember that shit tonight, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to think where else you could maybe see some weird. Venice is, I think, peak weird. I don't know if there's any other area. I mean, you go to the east side, you catch some weird. There's definitely weird pockets here. But yeah, I don't know. Blading and juggling, I don't even know if you'd look that crazy here anymore.
No, and that's why I was excited. I didn't want it to look crazy.
Yeah. You're looking for the guy.
I want it to be the norm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that. I need some juggling competition in my life. That's what I'm missing to just become more mainstream.
I feel like you would blend in here very, very easily, dude.
I've already noticed, people are nice.
They can be here.
Or like, I haven't found any, but everybody's nice. Nobody's, yeah. Because I'm like, hold the door, chatty. But I'm a little scared because when I lived in Chicago, I got targeted.
Oh, really?
For like holding, like, I got grifted on the train once, hardcore.
Wow.
And I gave my seat to a woman.
Okay.
And old grifter was a few back, and he had an open seat, and I was wearing a very giveaway. My attire looked like a dude you could run one over on.
Okay, got it.
And I ended up following a homeless man for several miles to get a job at the Chicago Train Authority. No. And then he took $100 for me and left me. And it was the best grift I've ever been a part of.
No, stop
like he
it.
took me into headquarters.
Oh my God.
I was there 3 weeks. It was like I cried outside of CTA in Chicago and then went to a cop and they just told me like, yeah, don't trust people.
How old were you?
I was 26, 27. I just moved there after the donkeys.
Yeah.
And was trying to get a job.
Okay.
And I was real bummed because the job search was not going great.
Right.
My resume does not do well there.
Yeah, rodeo clown doesn't get you much work.
I just left a dog walking interview. Guess who does not want to hire me to walk their dogs? Any Chicago dog-loving woman does not want to hire me.
The guy who used to let bulls run at him, yeah.
No, she was asking me she asked me what experience I had.
Yeah.
And I just said, I've been living on the road I take donkeys. I work for this donkey company. And she didn't know what that was. And then started asking me what's more stubborn, a donkey or Winston? That was the tryout dog, was a bulldog named Winston, who was a big fat piece of shit. And she kept saying, who's more stubborn, the donkey? I'm like, the donkey's cooler than this thing in every way.
Yeah.
And I did not get that.
Oh my God, that's so good.
And then,
and she thinks she knows more than you about animals.
Yeah. And then I just remember being demoralized because everybody was like, yeah, in Chicago, you can walk dogs and be a comic.
Yeah.
And then I was like, they won't let me walk dogs.
Wow.
The most basic.
Wow.
And then I got on the train.
Yeah.
And that's when I was spotted by my friend for the next 2 hours.
So did he just chat you up being like, you looking for work? And
yeah, he sees me. He says, sit down, man. And then he says, that's nice for you giving up your seat. You must be a farm guy.
Oh my God.
And
he had you clocked.
Then he told me oh yeah, dude, my jacket. I had a full denim jacket.
Uh-huh.
This is my opus. The greatest thing I ever had. It said Dairyland Donkey Ball Company on the back.
Okay, all right.
And then it had a donkey on the front, my name. And it was a full denim custom jacket. Don't wear those on the trains if you don't want to get suckered.
You should have kept that, man. There's some fucking Gen Z vintage reseller that would pay top dollar for that damn jacket.
That jacket had a demise that it's gone now.
Yeah.
That guy sits me down, starts talking to me about farm stuff, tells me he was from a farm. That we start talking, and then he says, you look like, boy, you could get hired. And then he says he works for CTA. He was riding the rails to go check something. He had a bag. I just realized, and everybody watched this happen. We got on different trains, and other people watched me knowing I was getting played.
And they just let it happen.
Yeah. And CTA is in one of those places where, there's other businesses.
Right.
It's got a main. So this guy takes me in, waves at CTA people. They wave at him. Me not knowing he's just the homeless guy that they know.
That is okay.
Takes me upstairs, says, sit in this meeting room. It's just a random, this guy's just running this whole deal. He says, I got to go get my bosses. But I'm telling him, like, you're in, we need people. And I don't, and I sat in that room by myself for 2.5 hours. And
you're just waiting.
Because I was just like, I knew after an hour he was gone, but I was like, please just come.
Yeah, of course.
And then I went and talked to CTA, and they're like, oh my God, he got another. That's what they said to me. He got another. I was the second in 3 weeks. I gave him $100 for a uniform.
Oh my!
And he split and just left me in this room.
God, dude.
And then later, and the best part was he grifted my dad too.
No,
I was texting my dad on the train. Most dads would be like, "No, don't go with that guy."
Yeah.
But where I'm from, people asked me once, "You want to go with donkeys?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were trustworthy.
Yeah.
So I've gotten jobs from strangers.
Yeah.
And not in Chicago. So my dad's like, yeah, you got to go check this out. Then I'm calling my dad later. I'm like, he robbed us.
Oh, my God.
He got us.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one I never tell. I forgot about that story. Yeah, that was when that really, Chicago in 3 months, I got into like a world star hip hop video on a bus.
No way.
Like screaming with, it was like a full deal. Bus driver screaming, a guy in my face telling me he was going to kill me. Coming across. Oh, he followed me 6 stops.
What?
Videoing me. It was with a mentally handicapped guy.
I got it.
He started saying he was, and I went and sat down next to this guy so he couldn't get to him. And I got embroiled in the shit.
Wow.
And then, I was yelling, ladies, nobody else was. Everybody was just watching me in this panic.
Yeah.
And then, this guy followed me for several stops. Wouldn't leave me alone. I had to go find somebody. He whispered in my ear on the bus standing over me. He goes, I'm going to kill you. And I was like, I'm just trying to get to Panera to wash dishes. For Christ's sakes.
Standard Chicago experience?
Yeah, that was the worst part.
Yeah.
I get back to the Panini girl who popped in ecstasy 5 minutes before this, and I go, this just happened on the bus. And she goes, that's the bus.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody hold me.
Yeah. Public transport you just never know what you're gonna get. It's always such a gamble. I one of my favorite public transport, I guess, stories is it's not as high stakes, but it always just cracked me up. I listened to a dude actually try to use the I think I've seen you somewhere last night. Oh, really? Where'd you see me? In my dreams. He said that like on a packed bus, stone cold serious, sitting next to this girl, and like at the point that he had said that, we had many stops to go. So she was like, did you really just do that? And he's like, do what? He's playing dumb about it. And she's calling him on, and she's like, you can just try to talk to me. Like now she's giving him an out to like actually stimulate a conversation because we're all stuck on the bus together. And I just remember sitting there, and I was only like a teenager. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
God.
So good, man. Yeah, not the same as someone threatening to kill you, but yeah. But you got fleeced, and your dad got fleeced.
Yeah.
Do you think that guy remembered your, like...
I think I'm a trophy for him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's like, wow, I
got
ran one on this dude.
Yes.
Like, I don't think his success rate was very high.
Yeah.
But he won that day.
And he remembers you.
Oh, I'm sure my jacket back is emblazoned in his head.
Yeah.
But yeah, a buddy told me, he's like, yeah, you should dress a little more. Like, people, you're a prime target the way you... Yeah. I mean, I'm walking around Chicago with a belt buckle on and a dip of Copenhagen. And people are like, oh, country boy. Like, they're like, nobody in Chicago wants to talk to you. So if they do, shit's not going to go well.
Yeah, it's bad news. That's so good, man. You're when we first hung out, you presented a little bit more country. But now I feel like you've learned how to wear the suit, the city suit.
Yeah, I've tried to be a chameleon a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's, yeah. Well, This is my big city move.
Yeah.
I don't big dips. I try to present a little bit better in front of people.
Oh, that's what you meant earlier. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, you're talking about you normally put.
Yeah, normally if I was
cancer batch.
Yeah, if I was comfortable right now, I'd have a wad in my lip. I am comfortable, but this is the public juice,
right?
So there's little subtle things I've changed up over the years. I'm like, I bet,
yeah,
people are turned off by some of this.
You make me think of dip got really popular with the kids on my baseball team in high school, and they would pack like, it's kind of wild to think about, but they'd be spitting in water bottles and stuff, and I remember at that age I'm like, isn't that like an old guy thing to do? And then I travel a little bit and I'm like, oh yeah, so many kids grow up doing dip.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's not that crazy.
I think for I don't know, in rural areas, lots of dip. But I think for city things, baseball is always I think baseball is the dip gateway.
Yeah.
You know, my life was rodeo. Rodeo and baseball are the two people you see always seems to be dipping.
Yeah. Is that, can you look this up if it's like an urban myth, the fucking glass existing in dip? This is what people used to say to like scare you off of it.
I hear that about fiberglass.
Yeah.
The fiberglass shards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever it is.
Feels good.
Yeah.
It's all right, dude. RFK's peeling back all the rules, so you can do whatever you want.
I had an old guy always say it's what they sweep off the floor at the end of the day is what goes in the dip can.
No, glass is not intentionally added to chewing tobacco, while there have been claims about fiberglass being added. Tobacco harm reduction debunks this myth. This claim is based on the idea that fiberglass creates tiny cuts in the gum, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it's not real. I mean, you know it's bad for you when you're putting it in, so whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it. There's a gas station close enough to you, I think. So if you get the itch. Oh no, you're not even spending the night.
No, and I brought my own in.
Yeah.
I know.
Isn't you're allowed to travel with it? It's not like some banned substance?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I got a roll in my backpack.
I've never done dip. I've never packed a fat one. Should I start?
Do you want to?
No. Yeah, I could tell.
Peer pressure you on the show. That'd be a good podcast.
Yeah, and then I'd just be like,
you get the swims.
What's the swims?
Well, like that floaty feeling where you're like, oh.
Oh, is that what it gives
I get kind of floaty. Well, not now, but yeah, that.
Yeah.
Kind of floating.
It sounds scary.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. That's not a good. The worst part about dip is it's something like the first 25 times you hate it.
Yeah.
You're still it's just cool,
It's just cool.
Yeah, my first can was given to me by an old man. I was working at a grocery store.
Yeah.
And he bought the wrong can. And he said, "You dip?" And I said, "I can learn." I thought he was cool.
Yeah. You've been your height since a teenager? I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I think I probably topped out in high school.
So you probably just got all. I feel like that's another reason you kind of ended up in shit, because people probably thought you were a bit older than you were. Maybe.
No, I was always soft.
Okay.
Or, like kind of baby faced.
Yeah.
But I was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
I had testosterone shots when I was 16.
What?
Like I was way late on puberty.
Really?
So yeah, I seemed it like I'm a late bloomer in lots of realms, but
no way.
Yeah, I was like I think I was a sophomore, and I was going to the doctor for a butt shot once a month, and then so I hit puberty like when everybody had done it 3 years before.
That's crazy. Did they have any idea why it just never fired off?
Now my dad had the same problem.
Okay.
My dad grew like 5 inches going into college.
Okay.
I mean, he was a way late bloomer.
Yeah.
So,
did the test shots? That's so interesting. Did you notice anything besides?
Oh yeah, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, for one thing, I was weird.
Okay.
Like my buddy, I have a best friend that was like, "You were really dumb, Ard." I was like, "Yeah, I was going through puberty. Like that's why didn't know how to handle anything." I just get like upset at my friends and be like, and take off. And I was like, yeah, I'm actively going through puberty our junior year.
That's insane.
or whatever it was.
Yeah. So the test shots go for like.
But I noticed like football, like
Yeah.
lifting, like I was like, bah.
Yeah.
I just felt,
Brolic.
yeah.
Damn. Maybe I could have did that. I could have grown a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can now.
You can do them. Yeah. You're right.
Testosterone, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
I had a lady after a comedy show recently tell me that she could get me TRT and Ozempic. That she worked at this, like, she's just like, I can get it for you. I'm good. And she's like, you sure? Like, it's pretty hard to get TRT and I can hook you up.
Well, did you say something in your set that she's like, let me offer this?
I was talking about weight loss.
Okay, got it.
You know, my weight loss. So that's why, but I'm like, nah, I'm good on.
Dude, that's your Chicago instincts. Your training has paid off.
Don't take testosterone.
Yeah, she was coming to fleece you again. Yeah, no, I can get you Ozempic. You sad about your weight?
And there's some people listening to this. They're like, there's a world where a woman will offer you TRT.
Oh yeah. If you got the right look in your eyes, folks, you got the right look in your eyes. There are many people that'll offer you many things. Dude, I love how in this just 1 hour, how many times you've been like, oh yeah, I was outside there crying.
Oh yeah, I'm a little more emotional than some people would think.
Yeah. No, it's great, dude. Dude, if Tyler can cry, you can have a cry too, boys. All right. This is a big man. Who's gotten run over by bulls, and he'll have himself a cry. So if you ever feel the pressure's getting high, fellas, it's okay. It's all right. You pull off and cry a little bit. And that's just, the men's health segment. Just a quick men's health segment. It's okay to cry, boys. You can let it out every now and then. How's Omaha, dude? It's definitely. I was gonna go this year, but didn't end up working out. But I might go next year. But I'm curious because now that they have a new Funny Bone, I'm really motivated to go back.
It seats more people.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like 375, almost 4.
That'd be a good size.
The club looks cool. Yeah. And it needed an upgrade. I mean, like, this room's built for it.
What part of town is it going to be in?
It's probably 15 minutes closer to downtown.
Nice.
10 to 15.
Nice.
Which is great.
Yeah.
For me.
Because it's technically, like, out of, like, I don't know, the main area, like, proper.
Yeah,
right?
it's out in the sub. It's probably, it's 25 from downtown.
Which is asking a lot in Omaha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking... I didn't put up many Midwest dates this year, and I had the Midwest. They're very mad at me. So, surprise. I had a Kansas City and Chicago. That's all I was able to get so far. So KC and Chicago, go buy a ticket.
I run into a lot of people that saw me in KC with you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It seems like I still get quite a few people every year.
That's
remember.
great.
Yeah.
That's great, dude. Yeah, I feel like that was a fun night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. Yeah, we're going back, dude. You should come hang.
I'm down.
Yeah, in September.
I'm with you in May somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, we're doing Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot that was even happening.
I'm looking forward to I like Oklahoma.
This will be the first time I feel like I've actually got to hang out in OKC. Last time I was out there, we did Tulsa, which is not far from Oklahoma City. But yeah, I want to like hang out in the city proper. Why do you like it?
Yeah, they're like me.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, Oklahoma's pretty country.
Yeah.
Ish. And not, but like there's oil rigs and cows.
Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I thought Oklahoma was becoming like a hot spot for like weed growing.
Yeah. Well, they're medical. I think they're just medical, but they have been for years.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they've been legal a longish time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, I think I can remember 5 years ago going down there and like one of the breweries I did, the guy was a legal grower and they had all.
Yeah. Cause I remember, I had gone not Tulsa, but another time we had gone out there and we were just chatting with this guy at this random bar and he was telling us all about how real estate was crazy because a lot of people moved to Oklahoma to like grow weed and they were from elsewhere. So they came in with like tons of cash, bought up big plots of land, grew a bunch of weed. And then the industry was slowing down, so they were like dumping all this land, and it was just fucking with the prices everywhere. And I don't know, the guy was just complaining, but I wasn't sure if he was just like full of shit. But here we go. How Oklahoma became a marijuana boom state. Wow. Oh, they legalized it in 2018. Nice. Right, dude. So
Oklahoma's the only place I've ever freaked out on stage.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a full yelling match with a guy, tell him to come up and hit me.
All right.
In like a road saloon off. Yeah.
Let's go.
They had a pool tournament that it was
don't
like
get me
a
started.
one-nighter booker
Yeah.
and three owners of the place, so they cross. And they had a pool tournament and they had to wait for us to get done. That was supposed to start at the same time. They were going to do them at the same time. And we had
Comedy show and a pool tournament.
in the same bar. I mean,
That's good. Good
and we
idea.
said that didn't work.
Yeah.
And then I ended up in a screaming match with the pool player
Yeah.
at the end. This guy was just telling him to come up and hit me. He was like 60. He was making I was just yelling every obscenity. I said, get up here.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't. I said, okay, then shut the fuck up.
You don't ever get to see angry Tyler.
No, I don't do that and it was one of those deals where I went and talked to him afterwards.
Yeah.
But like in that moment, I was like, you don't even know how bad I want to wrestle you up here. Because I'm not one of those, I don't punch in a fight.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people have to beg me to punch in a
Yeah.
fight. I'm like one of those, I've got him in a half Nelson. Why would I
Yeah.
punch him?
Dude, you really are a gentle giant.
Yeah.
Get up here and wrestle me. You weren't even thinking about fucking knocking him out. You're like, I'm just going to hold him.
That's how my dad taught me how to fight.
That's-
Because he was he never wanted me to punch a student. He was a teacher. He said wrestle.
What a very nice guy.
Headlocks.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. One of our producers just hit a line of Coke and then remembered that we have to go to the bonus. So, guys, we're no, JK. We're gonna jump off over to the bonus. If you're not subscribed, you can head over to tmgstudios.tv and get the rest of the conversation with me and Tyler. But if not, go look up Tyler Walsh on Instagram, everywhere, and go see him if he's ever in your city. Great comedian, great hang. Tyler, thanks for doing this episode. We're gonna do a little bit more, but yeah.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
That's a great way to end it.
Yeah, we could just put Andre the Giant up, full bleed, and play off.
I feel that's a tattoo I could have on my shoulder.
Yeah, definitely.
A portrait of Andre on a three-wheeler.
Yeah. Let's get it now. All right, guys, we'll see you in the bonus. This week on the bonus. I think I'm halfway dead. We had a lady at our Best Buy. She was like a supervisor for a long time, and she's like, I'm leaving to pursue my dream job, and it was fucking selling for Mary Kay. Speaking of, can we see Tyler getting hit by a bull? Oh, here we go.
Watch the full episode by signing up for a membership at tmgstudios.tv.